Hello, welcome to Racing to Win. This is Hong Kong's twice weekly preview show. Being a Wednesday night, it is Happy Valley coming up on the C course this week and an 8-race program. Joined on the show today by Paul Lally and Nick Child. And Nick, fresh off California Spangle's blistering return on Sunday, where he started a very short-priced favourite. Doesn't look to be too many shorties on Wednesday night. No, indeed, Mark. It looks very competitive and open-looking racing at Happy Valley. Some good races, though. Even the first, in fact, it might only be a humble Class 5, but plenty of chances spread across the meeting. So quite a bit to look forward to. Absolutely. And you gave us 60 million reasons last week, Paul, in jackpots. You got nothing this week. No, nothing. All the money was won. So punters got their pockets full leading into this meeting. Look, it looks quite even, doesn't it? There's open races throughout the card. Nothing looks like it's going to even touch odds on. Only one first starter, and he's raced in another jurisdiction. That's Super Eagle. It is indeed. He went over 1,400 metres in Victoria for Phillip Stokes. Now, before we get into the show, the jockey ranks a little thin at the moment. News came through on Monday afternoon that Karis Teeton has been stood down indefinitely due to some health issues. And Joe Moreira, Nick, it came out this morning that he needs to have further work on the hip. He certainly does, yeah. Obviously, it was very sad news to know and learn that Joe's going to be out for a few months, but obviously his health must come first, and as you can see, he's going to have that platelet-rich plasma treatment, which he has had before, Paul, so hopefully that does the trick for him, but we wish him very well. Yeah, we do. Wish him all the best. So it looks like he's going to be out for about 3 months anyway, is probably the upshot of that, and yeah, we wish him all the best. Got to get right first. And the good news listening to that is he will be back. Yes, indeed, and obviously that we cannot wait for. Absolutely. All right, we need to check out some scratchings too, because we've got one in race 2, Victorious Seeker, who was due to have his first start for Pierre Ung. He won't be doing so this week. He's a scratching. Race 2, number 11. Race 5, number 1, Kokoshi Masu comes out. Smart Leader comes back up in grade on a 7-day backup into Class 4 after running in Class 5 last week. So they're the scratchings for Wednesday night. The meeting details for our trip back to Happy Valley is as follows. It is meeting 6 for the season, 8 turf races on the C course. Races we're going to feature on the 2 divisions of the 1200 metre Class 3, the Admiralty Handicaps races 6 and 7 at 9:45 and 10:15 respectively. Race number 6, 1200. Class 3. We've got Nakoni County. Alfie Chan takes a £5 claim. He had no luck last time. Elon steps up in trip from the 1,000 to the 1,200 metres. Excellent Piers has a wider draw for his racetrack return. We've got Yo Beauty, who's placed 6 from 9 course and distance. Super Winner's best form has been at Shah 10. High Race Soldiers up in trip from the 1,000 to the 1,200. Trader will have his second start for Pierre Ung, and Modest Gentleman has his first run for the season on the back of 2 trials. So move to the speed map now, Nick, and Super Winners in this race, and we know he likes to bowl along in front. Is that expected on Wednesday night? I think so, Mark. We know that he's only got one real way of going. Interesting that he comes here having done most of his racing at Shah 10. Of course, Nam Jong Sings has drawn a good gate. He made all when winning, so it wouldn't shock if he managed to press forward with Harry Bentley on board him. And Yo Beauty, even though he's yet to win one, Paul, he's a horse who can show prominent speed, and he's drawn the inside gate. Yeah, and Trader, look, he went forward last time. I think he'll try and just slot in just in behind. And Excellent Piers is drawn a little bit wide, but the way the race pattern is, I think he can just sort of slot in there back in midfield, and we know Elon likes to get back. He does indeed, but we are going to start with Excellent Piers, who's done a really good job, especially over the course and distance of the 1,200 around Happy Valley. His trainer is Frankie Law, and this is what he told Nick on Tuesday morning at Shah 10. Frankie, Excellent Piers, very much a horse in form for Wednesday night. He's done a really good job since he's been with you.
Yeah, last season, 4 start, 2 win, 2 second. It's really good.
Talk us through his preparation for his seasonal reappearance. He had a trial around Happy Valley recently.
Yes, I put Joe on. He's not top fit, but I think after trial should be better.
Just on where he's sort of drawn, he's in gate number 8. Is that a good place to be, do you think, for a horse like him?
Not really. I think last season he always have a good draw, so that's why he 4 start, 2 win, 2 second. This time he draw 8. Maybe a little bit tricky, but I think the pace should be fast, and then I think should be okay for him.
He's now going to move into slightly tougher company into Class 3. I mean, he seemed very progressive last year. Do you feel he's still very progressive going forward this season?
I think so. And only the draw a little bit problem, but anyway, we need to have a look. He raced first, yes.
And given sort of where he's at now, sort of towards the bottom end of Class 3, obviously for a horse that races around Happy Valley, the Million Challenge, DBS and Manulife is always quite attractive. Is he a possible horse that you might try and target for those races? I mean, he's going to run in them regardless, but is he a horse that you think can, step forward again and perhaps rack up a few nice points in that?
Yeah. I think depends by how he's won on Wednesday. He's good on the Happy Valley. I think I will just stay in Happy Valley first.
Mentioned in the interview there, Nick, about the draws. He's been blessed with good ones, but not so much for his first up run this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, he's in gate number 8. I mean, that obviously makes it a little bit tougher for him, doesn't it? But he's a horse in form, and I think you have to respect that coming into this.
And it was a good quality trial, Paul. Fantastic Treasure, Cordy, Step 6, both went up against him.
And he was a little bit slow away, so he did settle towards the back in the trial and ran on really nicely. So I'd see on race day something similar. He'll just sort of sit just back in midfield and he'll be running on late. And I think he's a good chance. I think he's very capable of winning in Class 3.
We'll pull up his graphics card now, and this is what he's done so far. You can see that record around Happy Valley, 9 starts for 2 wins and 4 placings, but both wins have been over the 1200, Paul.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? So, look, he does like it over this 1200 metres here. And, look, the horse has gone up in the ratings last season. He did win the back end once Frankie got him. And, look, he did run second last time off the 63 rating. He's rated 64, so, he's more than capable, I think.
Yeah, his record for Frankie obviously very good. Just the 4 runs and a couple of wins, and it's very respectable.
Matthew Chadwick takes the ride, and he has ridden him before. We move on, Nick, to Nakoni County. Now there he is buried on the rail. He just has no luck in this race.
Yeah, do you know what? Watching it back again, and as I did say before, he's really had a bit of a troubled passage, this horse, hasn't he? So hopefully things go that little bit smoother for him this time in. Good draw. Alfie Chan's on board, claiming £5 as well, which has got to be a plus. And he's also got strong course and distance form, Paul.
He definitely has. He's second up now. He sort of failed second up last time, but look, he's an older horse now, so I've definitely included him.
Namjong Singh's Paul comes here without a trial, and I know Nick's keen on Equilibrium Turbo.
Yeah, Equilibrium Turbo, he finished off nicely. And Namjong Singh's, when he did win his race last season, he sort of led all the way. He's going to put himself right on the pace there because he's drawn nicely in barrier number 2 and did win fresh up last season.
Equilibrium Turbo, third off this mark a couple of starts ago, and I didn't mind his recent trial, actually. I thought it was eye-catching enough, so yeah, I think he's interesting.
What do we make of Super Winner, Nick? He's a horse that hasn't really shown much around Happy Valley simply because his best form is 1400 metres.
Yeah, look, he's had 10 runs here before. He's run a couple of OK efforts, obviously, without winning. He's been placed a handful of times. I mean, it's interesting. I thought this was a really good run here, Paul, this day. Like, he's battled back and he's sort of not wanted to sort of lie down. But, yeah, interesting coming to the Valley. Yeah,
well, when he did race at the Valley, it was in that sequence where he hadn't won all the races. He suddenly just started winning them in a row afterwards. Now, so coming back to the Valley, he did run a couple of places. I wouldn't be too worried about that.
Traders in this replay, Paul.
Yeah, so Traders another one that he's had the benefit of a recent run, and look, it wasn't a bad run from him. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 4 as well, so he's another one that's got to be thought of or included.
He must be, yeah. I think that run last time was good, and he's drawn a good gate here as well.
Yo Beauty, we head up to Chungfa. Nick, he's yet to win, but he's come up early favourite for the race.
Which is not really surprising, to be honest. I mean, he's one of them horses that that sort of draws you in with every start without obviously managing to get that win. 0 from 20. Look, he's been doing a decent job in his trials, this fellow. He's always saved his best, Paul, for Happy Valley. He has run at Sha Tin on a few occasions, but I wouldn't want to take too short a price about him.
No, not with a 20-start maiden. No. That is a little bit of a concern, to be honest.
All right, so that is pretty much all of them we've seen, I think, except Modest Gentleman, who's at the moment at 13 and 4. Was the winner amongst them, or are you going Modest Gentleman? Oh,
I like Modest. No, I haven't. I did look at him twice, say Modest Gentleman. He's had 2 trials leading into it, but I've gone with the 4 here on top. Excellent pairs. He had said 1 start in Class 3, ran really well when running second, so I think he's more than capable. Traders had that run under his belt, as has Nakoni County, and was unlucky. And look, I'll put Super Winner in just on a minor line ahead of Yo Beauty. 4916.
I've gone with a 7 here, Equilibrium Turbo. I think he's an interesting horse, judged on that run 2 starts ago. And it's a competitive looking race, but I think at a bit of value, he might be one worth siding with. Over Excellent Peers, who's obviously got all the form in the book. Yo Beauty must go in because he usually runs a place more often than not, but still struggling to win one, which is a concern. And the 3 Namjong Singhs, I think, looks well placed to run another nice race here. So 7, 4, 5 and 3 for me.
that's a look at race number 6 here on Racing to Win. Headed to a break now. Part 2 will feature the preview for race number 7. Welcome back to Racing to Win. We've seen the first division of the Class 3 over the 1200 metres. Might as well look at the second division and try and find a winner of that also, and the Admiralty Handicap Div 2. Oh, we have got Beauty Glory at the top of the book. He goes up £6 on his back for the win 2 weeks ago. Igniting, Matthew Poon has a good record on the horse. Our Lucky Glory, he was a winner when we last saw him on the 13th of July, carries an extra £7. Super Eagle was Wishmaster for Philip Stokes. Won over the 14.57 at Kilmore and 1400 at Pakenham. Winning Icy, first time Class 3 after back-to-back Class 4 victories. And Enchanting Ibis comes to Happy Valley for the first time, but has trialled up really well. We need to move across now to the speed map, Nick, and we had a good speed for race 6. It looks like it's going to be the case again for race number 7.
Look, Wine and Wine's in the race, so it's almost confirmed, isn't it? He loves to go forward. He's drawn gate 5, so he should be okay from there to find the front. Igniting, I don't think it'll be too far away. He's shown pace on an occasion or two, and he's drawn 6, so he's in next to Wine and Wine there, where the pace will come from. Flaming Passion should get a nice run, I think, just in behind them. He's drawn gate number 1, so he should find a lovely spot down towards the fence there, Paul. And Winning Icy, Stormtrooper, probably the next in the race there. Yeah,
the first starter, Super Eagle here in Hong Kong, hasn't really shown too much early gate speed, so he'll probably finish up back in midfield. And Red Desert went back when he drew wide last time, so expects him to go back as well. He has gone forward in the past, mind you.
His best form is on the all-weather, but we need to focus on this horse right here. Our Lucky Glory is his name. He's trained by Douglas White. He was a very good winner at the back end of last season. To see how he's come on from that, this is what Douglas told Nick this morning.
Douglas, our Lucky Glory managed to get that win at the end of last season for you. Makes seasonal reappearance on Wednesday night. How is the horse?
He's in good form. He's put a few things together. Mentally, he wasn't quite where we wanted him, but that last run, he really showed a good turn of foot. I think the valley suits him. He enjoys the speed on, and he enjoys to attack and run at them. So he trialled pretty confidently and comfortably last week at the valley, and he's come on from that, so he'll go there in good condition.
Was that always part of the plan to trial him around the valley?
Yeah, well, you know, he was going to run there, so why not give him a hit out there and, you know, get the ring rustiness out of him? And I was pleased with the way he went.
An extra £7 on his back. Is he the type that is still improving, do you think?
I think he is, and I think that although he's got the £7, he's got a nice galloping weight still. It's not that lump of 135 to carry around. So, look, I mean, if the speed's on and he gets a half-decent run around, he'll be competitive. It
might well transpire that he beat a handy one. Excellent Peers runs on the same card on Wednesday night, so that the form's all there.
Yeah, look, the form's working out, and as I said, he himself has held his form, so I'll be happy to see him go around.
And talking of horses holding their form, what sort of form is Russian Emperor, and he trialled this morning?
Yeah, he went nicely. He wasn't there, as I mentioned earlier, to break any records. He was there to have a hit out. He's done very well over the summer, and he's going into the mile in as good a condition as you'd want for a first-up run.
And what did your new rider make of him, Lyle Hewitson? I imagine that was like Christmas come early for him.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know him that well, but having sat on him now, he was pretty impressed with what he felt, and he'll probably feel him a lot better on race day. He sort of pumps up and gets himself competitive. So, yeah, look, I hope you had a good feel of him.
That's Wellington in that trial too, Paul. But back to our Lucky Glory. We saw the win during the interview with Douglas. He jogged it.
He did, didn't he? Really improved to win that race. It's whether he can put another one together fresh. He did take a while to get up into that, but maybe they've got the key to him now.
I think they have. I hope they have.
Another horse a little bit similar that took a while to break through was Beauty Glory, and we're going to have a look at the replay now, Nick, of him. This was going back a couple of weeks. We've also got Igniting in this race, but Beauty Glory is just starting to squeeze through between horses there, Pinghai Galaxy the Grey and Magic Phoenix. Igniting, that is him back in the field now. He has shown pace, as mentioned, but he's also lost the pace at times throughout last season. And Wine, he loves to lead. But can Beauty Glory with the bigger weight trouble this field?
Well, look, he's clearly a horse that will benefit from a strong pace. Now, Wine and Wine's going to put that on for them all, really. So if they do go a really good gallop, then he should be finishing off strongly. What I like about him here is the way he's shown a ready turn of foot in the latter part of the race to put it to bed inside the final 100 metres. But an excellent run from Igniting Paul on the outside. Couldn't fault that. And as Mark alluded to, he has lost that little bit of pace early.
And he's actually well rated at the moment, Igniting. He's well below his winning rating at the moment.
Now, Tony Cruz, these horses might need some luck, but they're three very informed horses, Paul. Yo Beauty yet to win, but as a professional place getter, and Beauty Glory and Super Oasis last start winners. Can that continue for them?
Well,
you can say no, it's okay.
Yeah, well, Super Oasis, I've always had a little question mark. It took him a while to win that second race, and he's won 2 of his last 3, so I haven't got him in there.
Got some interesting runners, hasn't he, Tony? Continue on from the weekend, possibly.
Not big on numbers. It's quite evenly spread right throughout the card, but we need to move on now to our next replay. This horse is flying. Nick, Winning Icy. There he is on the outside for trainer Casper Founds and Luke Ferraris. Up in grade, but couldn't have better form coming up in class.
Yeah, and was closer to the pace last time as well. When he won 2 back, beating Mega Bonus. He was a long way back and came with a really good sustained run. But he's now strung 2 wins together. He's clearly upwardly mobile. Good draw here, Paul. Goes up in grade. He's got to do a bit more, but he's in very good heart.
He is, isn't he? I mean, this is obviously going to be a lot tougher for him, but he comes in with that lighter weight. And look, I've included him. I think he's just a horse going well. I think he's capable here in Class 3. Now,
we're going to show both of Enchanting Ibis's trials, Paul. This is the most recent of them, but they've both looked very good.
Yeah, he looks like he's going really well. The off-season's really helped this horse. He's only had the 4 starts. He was quite impressive winning at Sharton 2 starts ago. He comes back here to Happy Valley for the first time. He's drawn 9, but he gets back anyway. So I think with the pace on, he's going to get the race run to suit.
Yeah, Joe, I went back and had a look at that win. The form's nothing to crow about, but it was his run when second, which I think is more of a standout when he was beaten by Folds. And then he's run 4th since then. Obviously, tries the Valley, and Harry Bentley's been booked with a light weight. So trials have been good, and he's clearly progressive, given he's still very lightly raced.
And here he is, Nick, in the first trial of the season. There he is in the white cap out there. The other reason that you can be confident out of this trial is that is Winning Icy, who's won since. Drops have got his place last start. Quadruple Double has won since as well, so there's plenty of form out of this trial.
Certainly is, and you know, sometimes you can sort of take the trials form with a bit of a pinch of salt, but clearly there are horses in this that have come out and shown their form at a decent level and have won. So, you know, they've gone along at a decent pace here, Paul, and he's hit the line well, and that's seemingly a characteristic of the horse.
Yeah, it was a good blowout for him, wasn't it? And he comes in with this light weight, so if he keeps that price, 15 to 1, I think it's a decent price. I don't think he'll start anywhere near that, but with 117 pounds on his back, I think he can give this field a shake.
Winning Dreamer winning that trial. Now, Stormtrooper, quiet trial from him, Paul, down on the inside. Had an excuse when we last saw him. He clipped heels at the 300 and looked like he'd gone a miss, but it was just the fact that he got on those heels.
Yeah, he just likes Happy Valley, doesn't he, this horse? And look, he ran second fresh up last season off a rating of 48, and then he won his second start. He ran a lot of seconds towards the middle of the season, but just that one win. But he did win nicely when he did.
He was rated 50, he's rated 63 now, but the reason he's got that rating is because he's been so consistent and honest and has run some good races in defeat. So he's certainly worthy of his place if you like him.
Good draw, Ruin Meyer for Dennis Ship. And finally, Nick, what have you made of Super Eagle? He's had the 3 trials here in Hong Kong. 2 of them up at Chung Fa, and he's had a look around Happy Valley in this one. Yeah,
I thought his trials have been quite encouraging, really, Mark, to be honest. Put under 0 pressure or thereabouts in this trial, just getting squeezed along, albeit slight, and he hits the line quite well. So ex-Philip Stokes trained, and a couple of wins over 1,400 metres. He clearly will, I think, in time, Paul, appreciate going a little bit further, but he's done nothing wrong here.
Yeah, I just wonder if he does need a bit further, Super Eagle, but it was a nice enough trial, and he obviously can handle Happy Valley by the looks of that.
All right, pretty even race this one, Paul, with a 4.4 favourite. Who did you go for?
I'm going to take a chance with the bottom one here, Enchanting Ibis. I just think he's improved off the off-season. He's only had the 4 starts, so he's entitled to improve. Winning Icy is the horse that's in great form at the moment. Igniting, he's just so well rated, this horse, and he showed he was back to a bit of form last time, hitting the line very strongly. And then Beauty Glory, I just put him in a minor line, but they rode him quiet last time. Those previous starts had ridden him right on the pace, and it just seemed to really help the horse with a little bit of a sit. He showed that good turn of foot. 10-9-2-1.
Our Lucky Glory is the horse that I'm going to go with in what looks a very open race. I think there are any number of chances, but he clearly looks progressive, and obviously interesting speaking to Douglas White that you know, he might still have a bit more to give. Beauty Glory in for second. Winning Icy must go in. He's in good form, and Igniting. I think he can certainly run a race here as well. 4, 1, 9 and 2 for me.
And that is race 7. Also race 6 we've seen here on Racing to Win, Paul, which means we need some winners for races 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8, please.
There we go. Look, Faithful Trinity in the first is a really well-rated horse and looks the only leader. So I think he can go straight to the front and be tough to run down. Tailor Made's already had a run this season and he ran really well. Kung Fu Master Panda, just really like the way he attacked the line with the new trainer Pyong last time. He did run a nice 4th. Hercules, another very well-rated horse with a good draw. I think he can go well. 6 Best Friends. Now, he's going to be a bit of a price, this horse, but he's got blinkers on for the first time, and he's another one with a nice draw as well. And the other one there in the last, Comet Splendido, he's a horse that yet to win here in Hong Kong, but he's had 3 runs and they've all been full of merit.
And if you'd like a breakdown of each and every one of those races, you can jump on the website hkjc.com, click on audio and video for race-by-race analysis. It is that time of the show. A best bet, a long shot and a play, please.
I'm going to go with Hercules. I just think he's so well rated. Barrier number 4, Alexi Bedell jumps aboard. I think this looks exactly the right race for him. He's one of 57 and he's rated 47, so well-rated horse. And the long shot in the race after, race number 5, 6 Best Friends. He's had 1 second in his 4 starts so far, but blinkers on from a good draw. Barrier number 4, I think he can give this field a bit of a shake. So race 5, number 6, and then the play of the day in the last, Super Bella, Nearly Fine, and Comet even, Splendido.
Yeah, my best bet on Wednesday night. I'm going to go in race 5, number 2, Gallant Waking for Vincent Ho and Francis Loy. He'll appreciate getting back to Happy Valley, and this will be his 3rd run since being gelded. I think he's a strong chance in the 5th. At the long shot, race 6, number 7, Equilibrium Turbo, Richard Gibson and Lyle Hewitson. Good run 2 starts ago off the same mark. I think he can do the same on Wednesday night, having trialled well in the play. Race 5, numbers 2, 8 and 9 in the 5th.
Race number 8, Common Splendido goes to the 1800 metres for the 2nd time. He placed behind Super Oasis 2 starts ago, resumed with the 3rd behind Nearly Fine. The step up in trip looks good for Harry Bentley and Danny Shum. Race 7, number 6, Stormtrooper, drawn nicely in 2. Had a quiet trial, 16 starts, 1 win but 6 placings. And we'll go the Quinella, race 7, number 6, Stormtrooper, and 10, Enchanting Ibis on those very good trials that he has had. And he has had a look around Happy Valley at the trials in January as well. That has been Racing to Win. Then it's back to Sha Tin on Saturday for group racing, Nick.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Comes up thick and fast, the group races now on in.
Skyfield, Cordyceps 6, Master 8 to headline that race, Paul.
They do, don't they? It'd be good to see if Cordyceps 6 can measure up. I think he can.
We'll find out on Saturday, but we've got 8 to get through at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. On behalf of Nick and Paul, we'll see you for the first at 7:15.